Every month we're getting around 20 million views on Instagram.
I put my standards much higher when I started working with all of you.
We've hit more than 1,000 paying subscribers on OF in this month, which is crazy.
I think motivation, and also I don't ever want to make you or the team disappointed.
Like what I've seen in the journey is people start getting more stressed oftentimes. The issue is now that like people feel like you didn't have anything to lose before. Now you kind of do.
Yeah.
And so when you lose something, when you lose some views, it feels worse.
We have everything like scheduled out. Obviously that makes it easy. It's not like I wake up, I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck do I post? What the hell do I do? What's this? What's that? We have everything scheduled, so that makes the easy part, which you do.
People have ideas. People have so many ideas, but it's just the execution. It's just sticking to it. Hi, Katrina. Welcome back to the studio.
Hey.
We've got a brand new setup this time.
We do.
And so it's been about 2 months since we last checked in, and a little bit more than 4 months, I think, since we started working together. So today is the sequel interview, the second part. How are things doing?
It's crazy. Everything's crazy.
Things moving quick, right?
Yeah, they are. Can't
So,
even,
I'm going to rattle off a couple of interesting highlights that we have, which is basically that every month we're getting around 20 million views on Instagram, which is
insane.
Not too shabby.
Yeah,
it's okay.
it's quite
good,
nice.
Good. Then we've hit more than 1,000 paying subscribers on OF in this month, which is crazy. And number keeps going up right now, so that's
always
nice. You've had allegations of bot followers.
I love those. Yeah.
That's how things are moving.
Yeah, you've made it when people say that I buy followers now.
So
Love
we'll
them.
get into that. There's like Latvian drama even.
Crazy.
And most
crazy.
importantly, we have also, since we started, we have already 3x revenue since where we started. So keeps going up. Let's see where we get further. So this is more of a, it's kind of like the beginning is always crazy fun because it's fresh and everything. And now it's in a way getting into a little bit more of a routine over time because we kind of know what works.
Exactly.
So we're repeating more of it.
Yeah.
And case in point, our last podcast did really well. The clips have accumulated millions and millions and millions of views through reels, through trial reels. We've made a total of something like 300 cuts from that already. And that's going out to audiences all over the world. Not just Latvia. Actually, the smallest part, we've got US, UK, Germany, Canada, everything. And so the simplest thing we do is we're back in the podcast studio.
Exactly, as
and
we
with
should
new
be.
setups.
Yeah.
And so what's going to happen from filming today is we're going to, again, get tens of millions of views.
Exactly.
And that's the
Even more
value of sticking to an idea, basically.
Yes.
So by now, things move up. They make sense. There's a clear flow. So question to you is, how does it feel compared to, 4 months ago and with all the changes and everything?
It feels, I would say, relaxing, but at the same time, obviously, I'm working so much, like I haven't yet ever before. But yeah, it's just like, it feels like finally it's happening, you know what I mean? Finally, I hit like 160K followers 2 days ago. That's a milestone. That's an achievement. Again, they're not bought, by the way. Just saying. But
That would make it so easy.
Yeah,
that would
exactly.
be so easy.
Also, it looks like I don't have, like, why would I use my money for that? You know what I mean? Why? No.
You can buy clothes with that.
Exactly. And cars and panties,
Exactly.
Hello. But yeah, no, it feels amazing.
Yeah.
Always
Awesome.
just happy.
So it's interesting. You said you're working also more than ever. Tell me more about that. So how's the flow and how is that? Is it hard? Is it easy? How is things? How is the setup?
Well, since we have everything like scheduled out, obviously that makes it easy. It's not like I wake up, I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck do I post? What the hell do I do? What's this? What's that? We have everything scheduled, so that's the easy part, right? Which you do, so it isn't easy for you, obviously.
Takes some work.
Yeah, you make the calendars. I'm just like, oh my god, look, everything's done. So thank you for that.
Sweet.
But otherwise, well, obviously filming, making up with the ideas. Outside is so goddamn cold, and when I need to film outside, that's not the easy part. But yeah, otherwise, I think we actually have a flow.
Yeah.
Everything's just going as it should be.
Yeah.
So
what would you say? Is there something that by now has gone like very normal that used to stress you out before?
Yeah, posting definitely.
Why?
That's the thing you schedule. You help me with that. I don't know. I always wondered, what do I post? What times do I post? What's the, I don't know. Like everything about posting stressed me out. Now I just wake up, I know what I need to do. I schedule
Awesome.
everything, and then my day is free. Well, free. Obviously,
Yeah.
I still do everything else I need to do. But otherwise, yeah, posting stressed me the fuck out.
Awesome. Nice. Well, that's good. That's a fairly new implementation that
Exactly.
we made.
Yeah, and
essentially
it's
an
wonderful.
updated version. Maybe we'll throw it on the screen here also for a bit what it looks like. But essentially, we built out our own app in a way in Notion that
Yeah.
has now also adding like clearer to-do lists in there and then the calendar. So
Yeah, that's really
kind of
nice.
you just have to you have one interface and you know everything that
Exactly.
you need to do and there's no questions
And
anything
it's so
like that.
easy to understand. It's
Awesome.
lovely.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, I love that app.
Well, that's our master Edwards who created. He's in the
There
background.
you go. Shout out.
There's people around us. It's not just us. there's a lot of people making it happen. So
Exactly.
awesome. Good to hear that.
Very thankful.
And I want to even dive into, this was so interesting, the joke we were making about the bot followers.
Yeah.
Which is right now you are, I don't have an official statistic, right? But I would argue you're one of the top 3 fastest growing influencers in Latvia. I'm sure I don't know everyone, right? But
Yeah, of course.
know most people. Which, first of all, not bad.
Yeah.
Wild.
Thanks, guys.
So I
Appreciate
think
it.
since the last podcast, we added, 60,000 more followers? Something like that?
Something like that.
So
yeah.
probably 30,000 followers a month?
Actually, yeah.
Could be something like that.
Something like that. I know it
And-
sounds crazy. It is.
It is.
But it's not fake.
But
That's
when
the
you
best part.
know what you need to do, it just works. And that was so
Exactly.
funny. There was I guess essentially this one person on TikTok posted that all of this is fake and you're buying followers and everything. People cannot comprehend that you can grow so quick.
Exactly. They just have such small mindsets that they think, oh my God, just because she's doing something good, that means it's fake. It's gotta be fake.
Can't be real.
It's just bought.
And the funny part is that at this point, there's not really any like black magic to it, right? It's
Yeah.
all kind of like we just have a flow. We know what works and we make more of what
Yeah.
works.
No, exactly. Because if people actually made research and looked at my profile, it would make so much sense that I'm getting followers. It's not like I have 1,000 views on my videos. So obviously, if you look at the likes, if you look at the comments, it's there. Everything is there. It's on
And
site.
you can even like when we look at the analytics, we can see very like strategically
Exactly.
when we used to.
Yeah.
When we had like the first tests going out the reels, we always look at average watch time, and that had like 4-second average watch time for the top ones. So the carousels were performing better than the reels weren't performing.
Yeah.
But now when we look at over the last month, for example, most of the top reels have like 10-12 second average watch times,
Yeah.
which on social media, it seems like, whatever, 12 seconds, but that's a lot. On Instagram, you just scroll, you watch for 1 second on average. So if
Exactly.
you're keeping people's attention for 12 seconds, that's a lot. That's going,
Yeah,
that's
that's
gonna
the
go
magic,
viral.
guys.
And so if someone can replicate that, they will also just go viral. It's just that most people can't. They
Yeah.
just can't keep people's
Not
attention.
everyone can be popular.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the
and
truth,
I think
guys.
it's also the fact that, is there any part that in a way almost feels boring? As in, it just works. So it's like you don't even have to think about it. It's kind of boring.
I guess the repost, that's
Yeah.
kind of boring. Because I'm like, well, I haven't made a new idea, but it
Yeah.
still works. That's the thing, it works. That's the boring part. It's still not boring.
Yeah.
Just to see the numbers
good
go
way.
up. Yeah, of course. Seeing it work, it's like, okay, again, we're doing it, we're making it. But if I have like lower views, which still aren't low at this point, I'm like, well, this was bad. My day is horrible. La la la.
How
Like,
is that? How do you deal with that?
I just scroll down, scroll down a
There's more
bit,
views.
and see the bigger views, or just like touch grass.
Yeah.
That ass. I just, I'm like, wait, no, I'm good. I'm okay. I literally have a place where I stay. I have a roof over my
Yeah.
head. That's when I know I'm okay.
Yeah, and lower views by now means like 30,000.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
Which, if you think about 4 months ago,
Which is crazy.
That was crazy. That was like, oh my God, we got 30 views.
Yeah.
We got like, that's crazy, But now it's like, yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
think
okay.
that's the great part and hard part about social media, and where you kind of just have to, in a way, ignore it on some days. Like it's this mix of where great creators are driven by the views. Like also me, I'm driven by the views. I want to get the views. I'll check
Yeah.
several times a day about the views.
Yeah.
But also to be able to detach from the views, because like,
Yeah.
okay, because my plan is like a month ahead. So if I have a lower day, that's the point, because we're experimenting anyway.
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
But it sounds like hard for most people to keep that balance. This is also a part where, like, what I've seen in the journey is people start getting more stressed oftentimes. Like, and they literally like the issue is now that like people feel like you didn't have anything to lose before. Now you kind of do.
Yeah.
And so when you lose something, when you lose some views, it feels worse.
Yeah,
Right? So
that's the
that's
thing.
actually like that is a whole journey that every creator goes through
Yeah,
in
it's
this
valid.
period, basically.
Exactly.
So, and I know it even seems silly to a lot of people, but it's like, well, just like everything in life, whatever views, bank account, anything, it's the same thing. It's
Yeah.
just everything.
Of course.
It sucks when you lose.
Yeah. But we're not losing, we're winning.
So we're going up.
Exactly.
What people don't recognize in business, and you are now a business person, also you're a businesswoman.
Crazy
you
to
run
hear
a,
that.
You own a business, you run a business.
Thank you.
Is business goes in waves. Business
Yeah.
always goes in waves.
Yeah,
and
that's what I
also
learned
what most
from you.
people cannot handle.
Yeah, that's what I learned from you. And you always say, it's okay, it's gonna happen. And I'm like, well then, okay. If you say it's okay, it's okay. It's literally okay.
Nostradamus.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that you've told me that. Because obviously, if you hadn't told me that, I'd probably be stressing the fuck out.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh my God, I'm not viral no more. No. I would never. But yeah, that's something I learned from you.
Is there anything that people don't see or underestimate about the work you're doing now, how you're working? Kind of maybe that the viewers or other creators.
That they don't see?
Yeah.
Well, I think always. Like, it's just, people think, I had a video, actually the last podcast, where I answered, so the question was something like, what do you think creators do that's hard or something, something like that. And I said, it's actually hard to come up with the ideas, to film them, to edit. And the comments were like, oh, what? It's so easy editing, la la la. But like, try it. Please try doing what I'm doing and let's see how far you go and how far you're actually going to give up, So I think a lot of it, nobody sees what we do behind the scenes. And I think they don't need to. A lot of the things we do, nobody needs to know, because why would they?
Yeah.
They're just going to steal the ideas. So
True.
let's just,
But honestly, ideas aren't worth much. Execution is worth everything.
Execution, also the teamwork.
Yeah.
Because I think we have the chemistry that our team actually.
One thing that I respect also about you is the just the discipline that you said about the work ethic. Like just even I think last week or 2 weeks ago you got quite sick and just couldn't do much, but you still made sure posts went out. So where does the discipline come from?
Motivation.
Because a lot of people aren't. Like a lot of creators are not disciplined.
I think motivation, and also I don't ever want to make you or the team disappointed, I would say. I put my standards much higher this time around when I started working with all of you. It's just like, I just don't want to disappoint you. I don't want to like miss something. I missed posting I didn't miss them. I just didn't upload. I felt so guilty. You don't even understand. I felt like the whole world is crashing out. But I don't want to disappoint you or the team. And also, I just love to see the progress. And it motivates me. When I see things actually happening as you promised they would, I'm like, okay, you promised, it happened. Obviously, I'm gonna keep going.
Sweet.
Like, there's no stopping at this point.
And we're continuously always improving the system, so that also just having this like new app with schedule and everything just makes it easier. It's also like always learning for us as we go through. We're just constantly rebuilding and improving the systems on all sides for posts, for sales, for edits, for everything and everything. So by now it's just like. What I like on our side also is like every few months it just becomes like a better machine. Overall, just moving in the right direction. I appreciate the work ethics that you bring, just the responsibility also to literally to just doing it. And let's keep moving forward.
Yeah.
And same thing, if there's any other creators out there that sound interested by this, what should they do?
Come to our team. Hello.
You
Makes
heard it
sense.
here first.
Yeah, you know how good it is.
Okay, well,
Let's
talk
be
to you
friends.
soon.
Talk to you soon.
See you soon.
Hell
Cheerio.
yeah.